Good morning, my loves. My name is Demitra Douglas. I'm a master numerologist, as well as author of Demitra's number system. Today I want to talk about 888 in honor of a request. This is a very important angel number and a very important frequency to understand. So let's talk about it. The first thing I want to get into, obviously, is what is 8? 8 governs the realm of spirit, deity, governing forces of all kinds, right? Gods, goddesses, archetypal energies, mythological energies, hence my Venus dress today. This is the realm of creation. All created systems exist here and influence humanity, okay? This is the realm of abundance, of that flow of divine energy that is abundance, that is money, okay? When we see it 3 times, it's very specific because 3 is the number of manifestation, the physical realm, which means that we are experiencing an energy that is letting us know that 8 energy is being manifested in our life in one way, shape, or form. The total of the sequence is then 24, which adds an additional resonance we must consider. And the total of 2 and 4 is 6, which gives us another resonance we should consider when deciphering this kind of a number. I have several examples here, from the occult, esoteric, to the more mundane. Now, when you speak of 24, you are speaking of the number 2, which is relational, which is interpersonal, governing, blocking, or pulling in the energy of 4. So examples of this would include an interview, a literal exchange of interpersonal communication and awareness, because 4 is the number of energetic exchange, communication, awareness, insight, perspective. Another example would be a vow, a promise, an agreement, interpersonal agreement. Marriage vows are 24 energy. The connection itself is 22. But the vow of marriage, that agreement between the two of us, is 24 frequency. And then we get to 6, which is the diurnal number, the day-to-day number. It's a number that represents your personal life, your day-to-day life, as well as your persona. So let's get into some examples now. The first one I have written down here is Rosemary's Baby. We have the realm of spirit, totaling the realm of an agreement concerning one's day-to-day life, or personal life, or domestic life. This is literally attempting to bring a spiritual energy through into the physical realm via agreement, occult, esoteric, spiritual, soul agreement. Okay? The next example I have is when someone worships or loves a deity to such an extent that you are able to witness that deity influencing their physical presentation. So, for example, a Satanist or someone dabbling in the dark arts who suddenly becomes or has undergone 777 frequency or dark initiation. And so now their presentation becomes more goth or dark or rebellious. Okay, that's an example of that. Or someone that becomes Buddhist. So now they're dressing more bohemian and more hippie. Okay, that's an example of that. The next one is very important to understand when it comes to understanding 8 as it is. There's a reason why we're not all just abundantly rich, and it's because this is also the realm of karma, which means blockages are set in place in this realm based on your previous behaviors, actions and reactions, and bloodline history. So this is important. Also understanding the realm of 4, which is the realm of agreements, right? Because when we're talking about 24, these are additional blockages that can be created in the realm of 8, right? Soul contracts, subconscious programming, subconscious contracts, unconscious contracts, whatever your guiding force is and your governing deity, all of these play a role as to how things may not be flowing to you as easily as you would like them to. And what happens here, right? So my next example is specifically an agreement to overcome karmic blocks, and I reference the number 666. When people look to external deity and worship and pray to external deity with the hopes of this deity having the power to remove blocks that they themselves don't understand or are unable to overcome themselves at this time because they simply lack the awareness or the knowledge they need in order to do it on their own and believe in their own sovereignty. And if it wasn't obvious, I don't recommend that. Don't worship anything outside of yourself. Speak to and be in communion with the sovereign source. Any little g's, allow them to exist beside you. Grant them the respect they deserve as beings. But believe in your own power and your own sovereignty to achieve everything that you desire. The next example I have is your own balanced behavior manifesting abundance. So your own interpersonal exchange of energy and communication has balanced. You've done the inner work. You've balanced your own behavior, and because of that, karmic blocks are being removed. This is doing the work yourself, my love. This is paying attention to your own patterns. This is paying attention to generational curses that have been placed on your bloodline. This is paying attention. This is learning. This is healing. This is growing. And growing to such an extent that you are now able to manifest your own abundance, manifest your own flow. Okay? The next example I have is manifesting awareness of a karmic exchange, so karmic insight, a pattern being revealed or reversal of roles. This is very powerful, and this does require an eighth eye to truly be able to witness and see and understand. But once you get it, once you can start to see it, you can break patterns, you can understand, you can take things with grace. Karmic energies and experiences, you can receive them with grace. You can say, I've done that. So I see why it's being done to me. Or, this is repeating. I've experienced this before. And so much so sometimes that the people will literally look similar. If you pay attention, my loves, the writing's on the wall. But yes. So understanding the reversal of roles, understanding your own patterns and your behaviors. And this is something else I teach, 23 work. Versus 32. 32 is that same repetitious pattern, behavior. You're doing the same thing. You're not growing. 23 is paying attention to those repeated cycles, leaning into opposite action, behaving in an opposite manner, doing the opposite of what you typically do to break free from a karmic cycle. That is what 23 is. So it's important to understand that concept when you are dealing with 888 frequency. When you are dealing with 24, when you are dealing with 32, when you are dealing with 555, when you're dealing with all of these things, 444, all of them, understanding what sort of karmic energies are at play so that you can break through and attain the abundance you truly desire. Take care.